Okay, so I thought that we might as well be doing another hour over here of this speech writing, and I started this like file over here named The King's Alchemist, and I'm not gonna even touch this stuff I wrote in the last hour, it's no good. But let's go on a completely different kind of like route over here. And do we really want to even like limit ourselves to the like King's Alchemist story? I don't know. It's a story I can't really be writing on a technological stuff. I feel that when you write fantasy, you need traditional tools. Fountain pens. But let's start. And like what? Like yeah. Let's start and say that this one we're gonna start like this. I'm no good. And by this I mean I'm not good, but I'm pretty good still. I'm not evil. You hear how no good that sounds? Let's try it again. I'm no good. But at least I'm not evil. I'm no good. I'm evil. Well, yeah. That's crap. Well, you have to get it out, but I'm no good. And I'm still pretty good. I'm evil. I'm no good. I'm evil. There are a lot of people like me. People who are no good. People who are no good. But not evil. Then there are people who are good. And not evil. Then there are people who are evil. And no good. Then there are people who are good and evil. And it's a pretty rare thing. Yeah. So that kind of like defines many characters actually, because if you think about like the problem of evil. So what do you think about the problem of evil? Evil, like what's really evil? Like it's a like subject you don't really like maybe like talk like that much about, the like problem of evil, because it comes to this like behavior stuff. It's hard to talk about because it comes to behavior. Can you show me actually a really evil thought, a really evil belief? But I feel that you can learn to think good thoughts. And you can learn to think high quality thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. I've been talking and singing and like so much today that my voice is becoming so like, you know, it gains that kind of like that like yeah, that's pretty funny. So that's, you can learn to think high quality thoughts. High quality thinking, and this book is about high quality thinking. High quality thinking starts with questioning your current form of thinking. It's kind of like becoming conscious of how bad of a quality one of your shirts is, or your clothes in general. But this is related to thoughts, how bad of a quality your thoughts have become. Becoming conscious of that. Like the first part, the first thing you have to really do in life is to, like, yeah. So how do we make this? So how do we make these thoughts better? We have to question them. If you stop questioning, it's the end of progress. So groups of people and individuals that don't recommend that you question can maybe halt your thinking. Let's start with your first thought. There are easy questions like, is this really important? But that's too easy to think. Think more about, is it really important to think this? Is it really important thought? Your thinking is what guides and your life. If you think the wrong thoughts, you will make the wrong decisions and you will follow that road. We are gonna do you a complete thinking upgrade over here. Yeah. You know, questions are great. Questions are great. Let's... Have you ever thought about, is it really important to think this? Is it really important thought? Okay, let's ask this question. What of my actions, thoughts, and beliefs and ways of being are evil? Now, this problem of evil is really like... hard, you know, because it's kind of a label. You can't really find it in nature, you know. Finding evil as evil in nature is actually quite hard. It's more of an umbrella term. We are going to, yeah. Like, what do you really have to question, you know? Like, what should we start with? Okay, we might start with our feeling, you know. I feel in this moment about myself that I'm not so likable as a person. Is this really true? Is being likable something I should go for? Should I try to be liked? By whom? You see how the amount of words lessened with each part. Now we try to reverse it around. What if we try to add more words into it? By whom should I be liked? How can I achieve this end? That's the same amount of words, that sentence. If I achieve this end, what will ensue of it? What if I don't achieve this end? First question, the first answer I like come up with over here is that How can I achieve this end? I will learn about their ways. By whom should I be liked? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's like I'm thinking about this question of like tolerating. Okay, so okay, I feel in this moment that I'm trying to understand why certain situations are not working the way that I wish they would. I feel like I'm not in control of these situations. But my reaction is to not seek control, but to step back. That kind of thing. It's the allergy season, by the way, so that's why you hear this like kind of like nose noise, nose noise Rolls Royce at like certain parts of this. So we are kind of like going deep over here. I feel that with this tool I can like question myself pretty deeply. Yeah. Okay. To give space. It might also be that I give up too easily on some situations and seek new ones to replace them. Is it better to replace what is not working than trying to make something that is not working work? Like if you think about it, this is like a philosophical question because like if we have this like repair mindset, is the repair mindset good? Well, I think that it's not. It's really not. Well, it depends on the situation, but yeah, is repairing good? Like, is repairing good? Okay. I'm not working the visa will. How can I make it work in this way? It's not working. So how can you make it work? If you feel like something is not working, then how do you react to this situation? By trying harder or just giving up or changing your approach or trying new things. Is life really only problems? Why is the mind telling me that this is a problem or interpreting this thing as a problem? When it might not be a problem. Yeah, this kind of like yeah, I get it. I get this like I get it, you know, like the mind is telling you that this is a problem. There might be somebody who is also telling you this, that this is a problem. And how you do you but how do you react to this thing, this message from your mind that this is a problem? Do you seek help? Where do you seek help? From who? Like, it's so interesting actually. Like, that's so deep. The mind is telling you that this is a problem. There might be somebody that says like, that's not a problem. And that's not really a problem. Then what is mind like what if you get mixed messages? Somebody says that it's a problem, somebody says that it's not. A money problem. A lot of people are thinking about money at this moment. And well, yeah. their money problems. But how many people think this way, that is money really a problem? If it's a problem to think this thought, then is it a problem to think this thought? I have a 400 euro hat on my head at the moment by Borsalino, and I feel that I'm going to the next level. Like I have, like this part over here. If it's a problem to think this thought, then is it a problem to think this thought? Like we are trying to understand enforcement through over here. And how certain thoughts get more powerful. Is it a problem? Is it a problem? It's not a problem. It's not a problem. What's more important? It's a square. Is it a problem? And what do people do in problem situations? What do I do in problem situations? Well, I have many ways to like actually like operate, you know. And one of these ways is that I try to come up with a solution. I ask around. I seek guidance. I try to forget about it. I try to push it out of my mind. I try to distract myself. I try to exist, to live like the problem didn't exist. I try to think that it's not a problem. I try to deny it. Yeah, so kinds of like ways you can like deal with it. These are more like your constructive. This is like constructive Yeah, this is also const. These are like, I try to do something about it. And then there's the, I try to transcend it. And this is probably the most interesting thing. Solving your problems through transcending them. Transcendence. Let's talk about transcendence. Is transcendence something you should go for to is transcendence really the the solution for this problem? It's kind of like, yeah, there's this language problem, or yeah, this like, what if we transcended language? Yeah, it's kind of like human beings are so intuitive in their like ways of thinking about life. They're kind of like, yeah, I have this like money problem over here. What if I transcend it, you know? And the other guy's like, what if I deny it? The other guy's like, what if I do something about it? And you know, they're all pretty much like, you know, you're gonna get another problem if you do something about it. You're gonna get another problem if you like try to forget about it. You're gonna get another problem, you know. So you have to understand it. You have to understand that no problem. You have to understand that no problem is self-contained. Every problem contains the other problem. Like if you think about it in this way, that I have this problem and this problem is blocking me from I have this problem. Yeah. And this problem is like, you know, it like goes like do do do. It's the way you kind of like think about it. And this is kind of like how your mind is like trapping you, you know, like because you do this, you do this, you do this. I try to focus on another problem. That's distraction also. But you might be thinking that, yeah, but why do you see this why do you see this life in this way? Like really? But why do you see the life in this way? Do you see silence as problem? Do you see silence as problem? You might become a musician. like you see this, you see this kind of like, you see this kind of like thinking. It's not a problem. What if it's not a problem? It's also yeah. It's not a problem. It's problem. It's not a problem. Yeah. It's pretty psychological, yeah. It's pretty deep. Because you're kind of like trapped over here. Like, what can you really do? You're trapped in your brain. There's like a prison, you know. All of these ways that you go, there's like a prison. There's like no freedom over there. Like each of these things is kind of like, it's very limiting to your freedom. How do I free myself of this problem? I tried to solve the same problem for somebody else. That's one way you could like go, but you know, you can't become healthy by solving somebody else's health problems. it's it's the most funniest thing, actually, that you can't become healthy by becoming a doctor. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, like I tried to solve the problems for somebody else, and it didn't work. So, like, what I can do? What can I really do about it in this situation? So, you understand that you might ask, am I creating problems? Am I being perceived as somebody who creates problems? Am I being perceived as somebody who is creating problems? Can problems actually be created? Now think about design. How a good design solves a problem and makes life more streamlined, but at the same time, like, what I'm trying to tell you over here is that is the way I'm living my life right now kind of like trying to solve other people's problems. Can I solve my own problems? Should I be focused on myself or other people? Like, it's like, You shouldn't be. I don't fucking know. Yeah, like this is no good. This stuff I'm right over here is no good. This is not a good way to like look at life, you know. This is a very I feel that this is a very shallow way to actually look at life, you know. Like what I've wrote over here, it's kind of good, you know. You see that this is what human beings try to do. But you know, in what situations I try to deny this? Yeah, like people fight over problems a lot. Is it really about perception? The human body has some mechanisms to inform you that it's a problem. But I feel that as a human being, I seek solutions that are kind of out of the norm. Yeah, that's not a good solution for this. Does the human being think more about problems when it's cold than when it's warm? In what situations you forget problems? About problems. Oh yeah. I try to believe that I can solve it. Usually it happened like this, that I try to believe I can solve it. I tried to a new method to solve it. And it either like worked or it didn't work, but usually I had to like believe first that I can solve it, and then I tried to like, then I actually did something. I like believed that it can be solved, something like that. I don't know, but you know, that's the thinking. But I feel my mind can like go further than this. uh, I feel like my mind can't go further than this. I can't see any other way of being. Because if you kind of like think that I try to think it's not a problem, it's kind of like I try to deny it. Deny. is like is trying to get somebody to not deny something the same as denying it. Like, isn't it like pretty funny? Is trying to get somebody to not deny something the same as denying it. Like, is it actually possible? Is it actually possible to be right while not denying at the same time? While not denying at the same time. Yeah. It's kind of interesting question. It's like, is trying to be right actually denial? I feel that it might be like you can ask, are my thoughts for the end of being right, or yeah, you could not think about that. Yeah. Well, this is where shallow, you know, you like, how do you see this one, and like, what do you do about it? This is where shallow, like, I mean that it's very shallow to like think in this way. Everybody knows how to think in this way, but on the other hand, like this, like, let's say that it is this way, and I want to prove to you that it is this way, but it's this way, and I want to prove to you that it's this way. Compared to like, how can I learn, or have I learned to think that it is not any way? It's this way. No, it's that way. Okay, we are stuck over here. Like, I feel that the enforcement mechanism over here is that, okay, let's ask this question: does denial create more denial? Does a certain kind of way of thinking create more memory problems? What is collective denial? That goes deep, man. Collective denial. Can you get people to deny something collectively? Well, of course you can. That's what happens. That's what actually happens a lot, you know. Does denial create more denial? Yeah, that's deep, you know. It's pretty amazing that I can even think. I'm gonna say this to you, that it's amazing that I can even think these thoughts, but it's more amazing that I can think like this in this language that is not really even my native one. That I can think in this, and I wonder why it's hard, you know. Well, yeah, it's kind of like self-evident. So, can you get people to deny something collectively? What is collective denial? How about what is collective transcendence? What is collective distraction? Yeah. Can you get a group of people to deny something together? Like something, this is really weird, you know. Like something is like how do you like make it like a human being? Like how do you make people like see, you know, in this way? Can you get people to deny something collectively? Like this all of this is related to being an individual. Oh yeah, it's the one way is I try to become somebody else. That might be one way to like solve this problem. You know, people, it's a very creative thing, you know. It's a very creative thing, and it creates a lot of like these funny consequences, you know. Consequences, you know. Yeah, and actually, you can solve your own money problem by catering to these people that try to become somebody else, or try to like transcend it. You know, you can. I mean, I see all kinds of people, and you know, I'm at this point in my life that I think that it's really lovely that people are like this. You know, I just like it. You know, I feel that I have transcended that kind of like need to like think in that way, that you know that like yeah, like I think it's very lovely, you know, that people are this way, that they like make like that they are this way. Yeah, like in myself I can't really maybe love it, you know, so much, you know. I feel that it's not really, I don't really like it, you know, that I think in this way, or like I can't like get myself out of these ruts, you know. But yeah, yeah. And then there's there I try to accept it. Yeah, all kinds of, you know, all kinds of things people try. And really, what is this all about? It's all about the mind. It's all about the mind and what the mind is saying. Well, what the mind is saying. What are other minds saying? what is the body saying to the mind and what is the mind saying to the body. You know, understand this. This is really deep, but it's still really shallow, you know. Even this what I'm writing over here is very shallow actually. It's not deep enough. And that's a problem. Yeah, you get it? You get it? It's not deep enough and it's a problem. It's too shallow. It's a problem. It has to be more deep. It's a problem. You know? It's a problem. But you question it like this, that when you say that it's a problem, it's a problem, it's not a problem. Is it a problem? This is like a, yeah, this is not like a question. I mean, this is not a question. This is a question. Is it a problem? Well, yeah, in some cosmic sense, you know, is it a problem? Is it a problem for God? Yeah, problems are very, you know, problems are very individual. Because if the individual doesn't exist, well, yeah, if like you have to understand that if you think about human life, it's if you think about human life, it's not a problem, and the problems are very individual. What I mean by this is that you can, some people have tried to even like I tried to solve the problem through destroying the individual having it. That's what some people also do, so for themselves and others. So you have to understand that the problems are very individual. So when you are an individual, you are trapped and in this. You could say that this is the price of being an individual. And some people try to solve this by becoming less of an individual. Some people try to solve their individual problems by becoming less of an individual. You're starting to see how this works. It's really deep in certain ways, but it could go even deeper. So we're gonna draw a line over here. And we are not gonna even touch this one in the next hour. It's very different kind of stuff. But thanks for watching.